Hey everyone, it's Gordon with Foxfire Unlimited. This is part 8 of the Legend of Zelda 3 Triforce of the Gods playthrough. And this time we have a lot of busy work. As you can see on the screen, that's where the remaining crystals are. But we're not going to concern ourselves with any of that this time. What we're going to do is we're going to go around and we're going to get some heart pieces and all 3 medallions. Even though the medallions are more or less useless. So, leaving the forest maze. Leave exactly the way we came. Alrighty, so first things first, we're going to go with the Quake Medallion. So, we're going to go north, past where the witch's house was, which is actually now a shop. And if you notice, I've actually had a question why some of the sound effects get a little bit quieter sometimes. It's actually not my videos. It's something with the Japanese cart that does that. I'm not quite sure why it's different with the American cart, how the sound effects with the sword and everything don't quiet down. But yeah, that's actually the Japanese version that does that. This is not emulated, as you saw with my unboxing and everything. I actually do own the game. I am playing this on my Super NES. And a preemptive answer, I do not own a Super Famicom. I own a Super Nintendo, which I modded a little bit so I can play Super Famicom games. So we got a big fish. We threw something in his little circle of stones, and if you see that sign on the right hand side, basically that sign says, hey, don't throw anything in my circle of stones, you rotten little kids. So, he says, if you leave me alone, here, you can have this. It's the Quake Medallion. That one is actually necessary to beat the game, surprisingly enough. But you pretty much only use it once. It does have some interesting effects if you decide to use it on random enemies. Some enemies it turns into weird looking clown things like the magic powder, and sometimes it just does massive damage and just kills everything. Rupees are rupees. Okay, next on the list, we are going to get a heart piece in Lake Hylia. Link takes on entire armies at once because he's a beast. This is just me. I always pound a square, or I always pound a plus sign there. So it's just me with my OCD. Anyway, so what we're doing, this circle of stones right here, I'm trying not to get hit by that guy like that. But what you do is you use the mirror and apparently appear on top of a bush. Grab the heart piece and then warp right back. And then we get out of here by swimming away. And this should look familiar. Now this is a fairy inside here. Why she's not mutated by the Dark World, I'm not entirely sure. But we're right back at the entrance to the place where the Palace 1 is. So, and so much for getting that fairy, huh? So, now equipped with that heart piece, we are going this way. Past your own house, which in the Dark World is a bomb shop, which will come into play later. Gee, an inauspicious circle of bushes. I wonder what we should do. Don't step on the landmine. It's a heart piece. And a bunch of hearts if you need them. Warp right back to the Dark World. Now this is interesting. These trees here, if you notice their eyes move, if you touch their little beak looking thing, they spit out a bomb, and they're either really mad at you or they say thank you. Oh, fairy, am I full up? Yes, I am. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go up here to the Haunted Grove. This is the flute boy that disappeared earlier. Basically, he's saying, hey, I hid my flute. Would you mind going to find it for me? So he gives you a shovel. He says he buried it right over here in the light world. There's his ghost right there. What you do is you equip the shovel. And you dig right there. Now you have the flute. But as of right now, it's pretty worthless. So what you do, you go back to the Dark World, you talk to him one more time, and get ready for some melodrama here. Very, very sad. He asks to hear his flute one last time, so play the flute for him. And he finishes his transformation and turns into a tree. So there's that. Moving right along. Make sure you have some rupees for what we're going to do next. There's an archery game in here. If you're a good shot, you can make a lot of money real quick. Here's what we're going to do. This is the shovel game. 30 rupees each. 30 seconds, 80 rupees. Basically what you do is you walk inside and you dig. And you dig and dig. Stuff digs up. Whatever you find is yours. Now there's a reason why we're doing this, and hopefully we're going to get lucky and find it on the first or second time. Doesn't look like we're going to. Nope. So, if you don't find what you're looking for, which is actually a piece of heart, just run right back, come back again, talk to him again, pay the money. You should make up in what you spent each time. You almost always break even with this game. A lot of times you end up coming out a little bit ahead. But it's random where the heart piece is actually buried, so basically just keep on digging. It's pretty much just luck. Cover as much ground as you possibly can. If you notice, I coming out way ahead this time around. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to do a jump cut, just because it could take a while. Like I said, it's random. So I'll be right back with you in a couple minutes. Okay, and we're back, and that took me about 5 more tries, and as you can see right now, I got it at the buzzer. So it's still floating in the air there. So, we got another piece of heart, and we leave here, and we go do something very important right now. We go back to the light world. Now we're not going to return our library book at the library. Sorry, bad joke. So, what we do is we go here. This is the smithy shop. Now there's this post here. Use the hammer. Jump down the hole. And remember how we didn't use magic powder at all for anything ever? Hey, we use it. This is an angry little bat. Apparently, he doesn't like magic powder. And you woke him from his slumber. So what he did was he made you carry twice as much magic. Because he thinks it's all icky and stuff. I'm not making that up. So, we leave here. Basically what that does is any type of magic that you use, it only uses half as much as it did before, so it's a pretty big boon. Now, the other big thing that we do, besides getting attacked by soldiers, is we go see the weathercock. That's actually what it's called. Play the flute for it. And now you have a weird duck pet thing that flies around. Couple other things to do in the light world. We're going to get a heart piece. Which is right up here. Remember how I said that there was that tree that we'll be coming back to, that the loggers were cutting down? Okay, if this guy would die, that'd be good. There we go. Alright. It's weird, you can kind of walk up it. How about you charge it? There we go. Smash things with your face. I'm telling you, it works every time. Fairies. And heart piece. There we go. So, there's that. We're going to do something else. Now, here's why we played the flute for the bird. So, we're going to go up the Death Mountain. These guys are actually called rock frogs. I'm not quite sure why they're frogs, but they don't exactly hop. And I got a boulder. Okay. Run up the ladder. And hey, look, there's Tektites. Everyone remembers those, right? Freaking Tektite jumping and hitting me. Okay, so we go in here. Back to the Dark World. Use the mirror one more time. Back to the light world. That's the Palace of Power. Well, we're going over here. Or, sorry, that's the Moon Palace. Palace of Power is further over. And look, there's stuff written there. So what can we do? We use the Book of Medora and read it. It says, hold the Master Sword up high and you'll get power. That's the Ether Medallion. Why exactly Nintendo is encouraging holding a sword up high to get power and it being ether, I'm not entirely sure. It seems a little bit irresponsible to me, but next thing we do, we have an abundance of rupees, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. That guy's going to explode. And I was hoping to have 4 more rupees, but anyway, so what we do is we go here. To the Great Fairy Fountain. Now if you remember, you throw rupees in here, you get stuff. So, throwing all sorts of rupees in there. Hey, there she is. Okay, I want more arrows this time. So, I'm going to do another jump cut. I'm going to throw the rest of my money in this freaking fountain and be poor. So, we'll be back in a minute. And we're back one more time. I don't know what kind of luck that says I have, but I know I'm very, very, very broke. As you can see, I now have 35 max bombs, and I have 70 arrows. That's actually... How is a soldier hiding under a... Sorry. 70 is the max arrows you can carry total altogether. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to do one more thing. We're going to go to number 7. And we're going to go right up here. That is a warp point, by the way. I should probably show you where it goes. Just because. If I can actually get in the hole. Okay, there we go. Right up here. That's where that one goes. More or less useless. So, grab your hammer. Pound those down. Kill that guy if you want. Hey, I'm not so broke anymore. Pick that up and look, it's a gate to the Dark World. And where are we going? To get the last medallion. So we go this way. If you remember, this is where the second palace was in the Light World. Cave is gone. Can't actually get into where that is, but you can use the mirror here. And we're up on top of a cliff now. And look, it's another tablet that says stuff. So, use the Book of Medora one last time. And boy, is that buzzard sorry. And we have the Bombos Medallion. So that's that one. Now we have all 3 medallions, and we're kind of a force to be reckoned with. So we're going to do one last thing in preparation for the next video. We're going to go right back over here. Yeah, figures. I was hoping they'd drop a heart, and I minus 2 hearts trying. Okay, so this right here is the second palace, and the artwork in the strategy guide for this, I remember being a little kid and just thinking, man, I wish they had places like that in real life. So what you do as you go inside the light world, and you pull the water here, because remember, what affects one world affects the other. Head back to the Dark World and go inside. And look, there's now water here, so you can now do it. So this is the second Dark World Palace. And the next video, obviously, we're going to be doing the Dark World Palace number 2. So, I'm going to leave it there for right now. Sorry if this video ran a little long, but a lot of busy work in this one. So, now that we're all prepped, take care of this palace in the next episode. Rate, comment, subscribe if you want. Thank you guys so much, and we'll talk to you guys later.